Live on YouTube, I believe. Boom, there we go. What's going on, guys? Let me just slap this one on the tripod real quick. All right. Let's see if I can bring this bad boy up here a little bit. Just not. All right, YouTube, what's going on? For everyone who is hopping on here, maybe you're watching the replay, you can go ahead and just fast forward a couple minutes, but at the same time, make sure you slap that notification bell below, so that way you guys get a notification every single time that I go live, and you don't miss any Q&As or any chances, to kind of connect and chop it up and, see how it can help you guys out, all right? We got my boy Deshaun. Deshaun, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Welcome on over. Let me hop on a live here with Instagram. All right, perfect. So we're live on Instagram too. I'm about to 10x this motherfucker, man. We're gonna start going live every single day until we just have the biggest nation of young entrepreneurs. All right, so what's up, everybody? I doubt that a lot of people are gonna be on here anyway, because it is Saturday. So I didn't go out last night, although I almost did, but hopefully you guys are watching this not super hungover. But if you are hungover and you went out, you had fun last night, hopefully you had something to celebrate. All right, hopefully you guys had something to celebrate and you didn't just go out there like 99% of people who go out every single weekend. They just go out without purpose, without anything to celebrate. And that's kind of stupid. But anyways, I want to hop on here and just share with you guys honestly, like, how you can go ahead and use Saturday to be selfish, but at the same time super productive. Okay, now the reason why I'm calling it Selfish Saturdays, I'm gonna tap that on here. I have that title on YouTube, Selfish Saturdays. All right, Selfish Saturdays. All right, because Saturdays are the days that you're obviously hanging out, you got some free time, and you can really use it either to your advantage, like I quoted yesterday on one of my Instagram stories. Either you rule the day or the day is going to rule you, right? And when it comes to Saturdays, honestly, I recall when I was first getting started on my journey, Saturdays were definitely my favorite days, because it was the days that I was able to get ahead, right? The days where I didn't have to go into work, I didn't have school, and it was really a day for me, right? It's a day for you to be able to focus on you, on your goals, because the whole week, right? The whole week I would be going to school, or you're probably going to school for your parents, for society, for, whoever, besides just yourself, all right? If you're not going to school for, actually trying to get a degree. And then you're working a job where really you're making somebody else's goal and somebody else's dreams come into fruition. So you gotta have some of those days where, it's for you, right? It's the days where you're able to sit down and work on your business, on you, right? If you don't have a business, you can go ahead and work on you. And the best way to do that, honestly, is clearly, by reading, right? If you have a good book you want to go through on a Saturday, on a Sunday, that's always a good idea. I've dedicated multiple weekends to a specific book that I just wanted to crush through, that I wanted to run through and really absorb all at once. You can go through a course, a program. I remember weekends where I would, take my Saturday, literally I would just be in bed because I didn't have a desk at the time when I was living with my parents back in Boston. And I would have a desk, I would be in bed with my laptop and, just going through a course, trying to absorb as much information and trying to really skill up. So that's another great way to be selfish on a Saturday, to focus on your goals and, creating results for yourself. Another great way is to spend it at a networking event, okay, or masterminding with other like-minded individuals. So you got three options right there, right? I love all of them, honestly, and I love to switch it up, right? Kind of like make it, not so mundane. So one weekend, I'll probably dedicate to a book. Another weekend, I'll go out. Another weekend, I'll dedicate to like a course or something, to be able to absorb some new information, some new knowledge, some new strategies, right? And then the third option is to attend mastermind events. The weekends are perfect. There's tons and tons of masterminds that go down during the weekends that you could be a part of. We've thrown a couple ourselves, and we're actually working on announcing a few more. We're gonna have 3. One is gonna be in Los Angeles here. The first one we had in Los Angeles was an absolute blast. It was up in the Hollywood Hills, sold out within like 24 hours. So that was insane. And then we're gonna have another one in New York. That has been requested just like tons and tons and tons by tons of people to me and my boy Juan, right? And also Miami. So we're gonna do these 3 events, all right? It's gonna be LA, Miami, and New York. They're all gonna be like back to back, so we kind of crush them all at once. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of like hosting live events. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, it does require a lot of energy, a lot of, you know, a lot of planning, right? And so, you know, these are definitely going to be exclusive. It's going to be for people who are ready for these kind of workshops. They're not going to be like the hooray, hoorah type of events that, you know, are pretty common nowadays, where just like a bunch of people hopping on, you know, one event. This is going to be mainly for e-commerce, all right? So it's like workshop style, where you get to sit down and you know, really absorb the whole blueprint. But anyways, that's a whole different topic. We'll touch base on that once we have some more updates. But honestly, all right, that's how you can be selfish on a Saturday, guys, all right? Do not let other people rob you of your attention. Let other people rob you of your time. Let other people rob you of your energy, all right? On a Saturday, it is the time where, you know, people are going to be fucking bored. They got nothing going on. They're not chasing after their goals, their dreams. So what they're going to do, they're going to start calling people to see who else is going to be a lazy fuck with them, right? Like, hey, man, you want to go ahead and, you know, go shopping, go hang out, you know, downtown, right? Go party, this day party, whatever. And you got to be real careful of those people, right? Because they are literally robbing you of your fucking attention, of your energy, of your focus, and that's not cool. Like, I've gotten to a point in my life nowadays where, I mean, me and my business partner Juan kind of joke about it, but like when he's like, let's say he's sitting down on a desk, because we obviously work from home for the most part. He's sitting on his desk, he's focused, and I come by and have a question for him, or you know, I want to get an update on something that he's been working on. And, you know, he has the right to turn around and be like, bro, don't fucking bother me right now. I'm working, I'm focused. All right. My boy Jimmy, also, same thing. You know what I mean? I mean, he helps me with a lot of my content, but, you know, we've been able to develop this culture of like, hey, if somebody's focused, don't bother them. Because if people are bothering you during, you know, when you're trying to level up, when you're trying to focus, when you're trying to grind, and, you know, they're calling you up, trying to convince you to go out, get drunk, waste money, like those are not necessarily the bestest of friends you want to have, you know? You want to have friends that are like, yo, I'm working right now, don't fuck with me, don't bother me, I can't do it today, I can't do it this weekend. You know, because then what that's gonna do is it's gonna shed some light on you, focusing on what you gotta focus on. So with that being said, again, that's how you spend your Saturday. That's how you should spend your Saturday. That's how I spend my Saturdays. Unless you want to be like Pluto and have no purpose, right? He's just like fucking sniffing around. Pluto. Pluto. Okay, buddy. Come here, say hi. All right, we can't say hi. And my porch is messed up. But yeah, you got 3 options, all right? First option is you can be reading a book, all right? Now, when I say reading a book, I'm not telling you read a book only. It's not only smart people who read books. And I'm not saying read books because I think I'm smart. As a matter of fact, I know I'm dumb. All right. Early on in my life, I've chosen to accept the fact that I'm dumb. All right. That I'm not as smart as I like to think I am. And unfortunately, not a lot of people are able to do that. Right. A lot of people go through life thinking that they got shit figured out. They got everything they need in life, like they got the skill sets. They think they're a lot more capable than they really are, or capable of a lot more than they really are. So don't make that mistake, all right? Don't make that mistake trying to be that person that is narcissistically ignorant. Okay, so narcissistic ignorance is like, it's actually pretty funny because it's the people that think they're It's people that think they got it figured out, and so they choose not to learn, right? So you got somebody who's like, oh, I got it figured out. There's a lot of those people in LA. They think they got life figured out. They got business figured out, entrepreneurship figured out. And so they're like, dude, I don't even need to read a book. I don't need to go to networking events. I don't need to network. I don't need to get a mentor. And those are the type of people that I stand back and just kind of laugh, because I'm like, you have no fucking idea, right? I don't, honestly, I mean, I don't really, because those people, it's so funny when you try to give them constructive criticism, people who are narcissistically ignorant, they get all offended. They're like, dude, what are you talking about? I know a lot more than, I'm not stupid. And I'm like, yeah, you're not stupid, but you're also not as smart as you think you are. So, you know, having a library, having a set of books that you crush through, don't be too proud, man. Don't be too proud to learn, to sit down, to read. It's definitely not the sexiest thing, but it works. Trust me, it works. All right, it works. Now, another thing, all right, the other option is to go ahead and go through a course, all right, or a program, or take a class on something that is for the sole purpose of getting you closer to your goal, okay, getting you closer to your goal. So, like, you don't gotta get involved in any of my programs. Like, if you're not into e-commerce, maybe you're just on my page here because I post some funny memes, or, you know, like, you fuck with my swag, whatever it is. If you're not into e-commerce, then, you know, find something else that you're interested in, right? My boy Jimmy, you know, he's not really into e-commerce, and that's totally fine, right? But doesn't disregard the fact that he can't be learning his craft, right? He's a videographer, a photographer, and that's honestly, you know, that's one of the ways that he is selfish with his time, with his, you know, energy, right? He'll sit there and learn how to edit better videos, how to create better, you know, content. So, but if you are, all right, if you are interested in e-commerce, I highly recommend hopping into the EECOM Incubator. It's been an absolute blast. I mean, there's so many people just hopping in, so many of you guys hopping in every single day. So I know for a fact that you're enjoying it. And with the little amount of time that it's been launched for, it's already getting tons of great feedback. And it honestly, and it covers all those three, right? So it's like, if you don't like to read books, well, we do book reviews inside the EECOM Incubator. We do book reviews. Pluto, say hi. Say hi. Say hi to everybody, boy. Say hi. I'm not sure if any of you guys remember Pluto, how small he was when we first got him, or when Juan first got him. Say hi, boy. Say hi to Instagram. Say hi to YouTube. Now he's just running around thinking he's the man of the house. Get a cat. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What else? Okay, so the EECOM Incubator definitely do a lot of book reviews. Obviously, you get tons of content that you can absorb on days like this, on days like a Saturday, where you want to learn something that you know is proven, that eliminates guesswork. The EECOM Incubator is definitely for you. If obviously your focus is to launch or kickstart an e-commerce business, right? If it's not, that's not your goal, don't hop into it. All right, maybe you're interested, that's fine. But if you've looked into it and it's just not your game, perfectly fine. Keep it moving. You know, find somebody else to learn from. There's tons and tons of great people. When are you doing a live call in the incubator? So we do multiple live calls, man. Today we're gonna go live inside all of our communities, actually, and that's gonna be dope. Just make sure you turn on your post notifications for the Facebook group inside the EECOM Incubator once you guys enroll, so that way you get the notification as soon as we go live. But Juan is actually dropping some content in there for you guys this week too. So so Brian Kristoff, he said, unofficial, do it. It'll give you crazy experience. I appreciate that feedback, man. But yeah, boys and gals, honestly, I wanted to hop on here. Like I said, I just hopped out the gym, so I was a little pumped up, and you know, I was just thinking about all the days, man, where, you know, I would be at my parents' place or living with my parents, and my 2 older brothers, whom I love very much, and I got the chance to kick it with back home. It's kind of dope. Now that I'm older, I can kind of kick it with my older brothers. I'm not sure if any of you guys can relate. But when you're really young and you see your brothers going out having fun, you obviously want to join them, right? So as I'm getting older now, I can like go out with them, have fun, you know, without them feeling like they're babysitting me, which is dope. But at the same time though, right? At the same time though, you know, I moved out to LA to, you know, again, change my environment, to isolate myself, right? To network with more people, to attend more events, to get introduced to more, you know, entrepreneurs and all that good stuff, right? So I had to sacrifice, right? I had to sacrifice being with my family to come out here and change up my whole environment. When are we going to do more live events? So that is honestly, that's a great question. That's something we're working on right now, because we do a good amount of content like online, like on these lives and stuff. But at the same time though, I do want to do more live events, because I think it's dope to kick it with you guys, and it's a lot more real to connect with a lot of you guys and understand your story and know where you're coming from, and you know, just be able to really, yeah, just connect with you guys, man. That's really what it comes down to. You know what my goal is? I want to be able to go to any state or any country in the world and be good. I feel like that's when you've made it in life, when you're able to go to any country in the world and you're good, because you have people there that know you, that you've helped out before, that are more than happy to, you know, show you around and whatnot. So I've gotten that hospitality, obviously, back when I go back to Boston. You know, people show a lot of love because that's where we're originally from. But New York is also a great place. Miami, tons of people down there. So that's why we're excited to launch those events in Miami and New York, because we've never done an event there. LA, we've already had one, but I know there's tons of you guys still asking for it. So those will be coming. But the best place to get updates on these, honestly, is through the EECOM Incubator. The reason why I say that, which you guys can obviously join by clicking that link below or copying and pasting it. But the reason why I say that is because the EECOM Incubator, we set it up as like the front door, right, to working with us closely. EECOM Incubator, it's like free to hop into. It's like $7 or $47 a month, whatever it is right now. And you know, it's like introductory. That's how we get to know you, get to know where you're at, you know, what experience level you have. So that way we're not just trying to sell, you know, or provide you with a program or a piece of content that you are not ready for, right? Like if you're just getting started, you don't need to be learning all about advanced Facebook ad, you know, marketing strategies. Like you're just getting started. So the EECOM Incubator, like you get your own coach who really walks you through the beginner phase, to take off some of that stress, some of that worry, that, you know, some of that anxiety that comes with starting a business, which cripples a lot of people. I know a lot of you guys suffer from that, just like I did when I was first getting started. So a coach definitely helps with that. Like I've had a coach when I was first getting started. My buddy Steven, he just happened to be my coach, and I could call him up like once a month, twice a month, and say, hey, Steven, bro, like this is where I'm at. I'm not getting results here. Can you help me out? Can you point me in the right direction? And sometimes a 15-minute, 20-minute convo with somebody who has more experience than you can cause tremendous amounts of you know, stress relief. Like you're just like, wow, okay, so I am on the right path, right? Like it takes off that weight off your shoulders. Again, that anxiety allows you to relax and be confident in what you're doing. So that's you know, that's huge, right? Is having your own coach. And 3, you get the tools and the resources. So for a lot of you guys, if you're just getting started with, you know, entrepreneurship, a great way to spend your time is looking for the tools and resources that the top 1% of people in that niche use. Trust me, yo, trust me. People that are doing real well at, you know, in their specific line of work, they are not winging it. They got tools and resources that you don't know about, that the average person does not know about, that they do not tell everyone, because it gives them a cutting edge, right? It gives them the ability to stay ahead of the curve, ahead of the competition. You know, so that's huge. Tools and resources. You know, a lot of people spend money on things that don't benefit their business or their end goal, you know, and we all do. Don't get me wrong. Sorry, I'm not saying people, like we all do. Like I spent $1,000 on these shoes that I'm rocking right now, and it's obviously not an investment. But at the same time, though, the only reason why I'm able to afford this is because when I was younger, I was sacrificing, missing out on all the Jordans, all the Nikes, all the hottest SBs, to be able to afford the tools and resources to get to the point where I'm at now. So the fact that I made those sacrifices back then, not only am I able to afford, like, spend money on things that don't necessarily make me money, right? Like shoes, clothes, like a watch or whatever. But I'm still, you know what I mean? Like because I already made my sacrifices. And of course I still make more sacrifices. Shit, if it comes down to it, I'll sell my fucking watch. Like if it comes down to it, I gotta make an investment, money's tight, like I'm gonna sell this fucking thing and, you know, get money rocking and rolling for an investment. Like if I had an opportunity where I needed, you know, some bands real quick, like I'm gonna make that flip, no problem. But you know, in order for you to be able to have discretionary income, you need to make investments at first. So you need to make the sacrifice at first, delay that instant gratification. And if you don't make that delay in the instant gratification, okay, meaning you're copping all the Jordans, all the latest drip that's coming out, all the, you know, going to all the parties, like whatever, right? All the Halloween parties, you're blowing your money this week. You're not going to be able to invest in the tools and resources that it takes to get ahead of the curve, okay? So, like, a lot of people are going to look at it and be like, oh, EECOM Incubator, oh my God, why would I join that? That's stupid. Like, you know, it's a course, it's content. But at the same time, they're going to turn around and blow $7 on Starbucks coffee. Right? On Starbucks coffee. So it's a funny world that we live in, honestly. Again, I said this yesterday. I've detached myself from what you guys do with this information that I share with you guys on here. I can't take responsibility for your success, although a lot of our programs have helped a lot of people out. I can't take responsibility for your success. So it all comes down to you guys, to what you want to put in, the lifestyle that you want to live, the, you know, the type of position you want to be in a year, in 2. You got to make sacrifices, you know? And again, trust me, I'm one of the toughest people to deal with that, like delaying instant gratification. It's tough, all right? I get it. But at the same time, though, you got to be real with yourself and say, okay, like I'm really just spending all my money here on things that do not make me any money back, right? And, you know, the truth is that when you make investments in yourself, for yourself, you honestly feel a lot better. You start to feel a lot better because, you know, you're making progress, you're investing in yourself, and nobody's going to invest in you. Okay, if you're thinking that people are going to, like, if you're waiting on somebody to come knocking on your door saying, hey, I got 10 grand for you, 20 grand to start your business, you are stupid. Like, you are playing yourself. Nobody's going to invest in you until you invest in you. You get me? Yeah, McDonald's has $1 any size coffee. There you go, smart man. I'll tell you what, when I used to go door to door, I remember my boy handed me a stack of like Dunkin' Donut coupons for like $1 Dunkin' Donut coffees. And literally every single day I would just cop those, even though it tasted horrible. Wasn't even coffee, it was like water and milk pretty much. I would still go there and just cop the coffee from there to save some money. You know, I invested in my personal brand when people were spending it on, you know, whatever. And I don't want to keep using myself as an example, guys. Like, I just want to make a point, obviously, you know. I do believe in a lot of you guys. Like, even if you don't believe in you, I believe in you. Now, somebody asked, Mr. Aloy said, is or can e-com become saturated? Ask Jeff Bezos, $1 trillion company. $1 trillion company? Seriously? And you think the industry is going to get saturated? It's like saying That's honestly not a good question, man. I love questions, but that is not a good question. E-com saturated. I bet you're gonna make a purchase online within the next 24 hours. There's no way e-commerce can become saturated because people are buying more and more online, not less and less. Right? It's just getting started, as a matter of fact. Like, if you look at the growth of e-commerce, just look up graphs, okay? When you guys hear something like somebody say e-commerce is saturated, do your statistics, or run up the statistics and do your research. Look up the graph of how gradual and how consistently e-commerce industry is growing. And not only in the United States, but worldwide. There's actually this book right here. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find a book for you guys real quick. One second. All right, so 6 billion shoppers right here. You guys, I highly recommend you grab this book. This is actually what we're gonna review inside the EECOM Incubator. If Juan did not, Juan, you already reviewed, you did a book review on this one? Not this one, right? So we're gonna do a book review of this one inside the EECOM Incubator real soon. 6 billion shoppers, all right? If you read this, you'll understand that there's no way e-commerce is saturated or even close to. As a matter of fact, it's only the cracking point. It's only the gateway here. Like it's honestly just getting started. It's at its infancy. Yeah, methods become saturated. Exactly. Unofficial Clay Walker, thank you so much for that, man. The boy. The method becomes saturated. Okay? So the way that you go about handling your business, whether it be e-commerce or running a restaurant, like over time, you got to change the way that you run that business. And so two different angles to e-commerce, right? You got brick and mortar stores that are just not generating any revenue. Prime example, Toys R Us. Another example, Sears, which I used to work for, actually one of my first jobs in high school. Completely went bankrupt. Why? Because all the products that they're selling, well, first of all, they didn't start selling their products online. So they just kept it brick and mortar this whole time. And then comes e-commerce companies like Amazon and like other independent entrepreneurs like myself, you know, some of you guys that are on here that have an e-commerce business come along, and we start selling similar products. Like, what's so hard about selling a hammer or some clothes online? Like, it's not that hard. And so the problem is that Sears, Toys R Us did not focus on growing that distribution channel, right? And so they were like, oh, online, yeah, it's blah, blah, it's gonna come and go. It's no big deal. People are still gonna come in the store and buy. Wrong. People are buying online. And it's only getting more and more. And it's funny because when I was working for Sears in high school, like they would talk about how broke they were. Like, we would literally have meetings like, guys, this store is making no fucking money. Nobody's coming in. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, like, what's the solution? And they go, we're gonna do a sale. We're gonna do a store, huge sale, massive sale coming up. I'm like, ah, what idiots, you know? Clearly that's not gonna work. Clearly the problem is not you don't have a sale going on. Clearly the problem is much bigger. The problem is that people aren't coming in here because they're buying everything you're selling somewhere else. And so Sears keeps running around saying, no, that's not a problem, right? Oh, we'll work online. Yeah, we have an online store, but they put no effort into it. While Jeff Bezos was like, I'm gonna take every single one of these motherfuckers down within the next 5-10 years with something called the everything store. And so, do you guys think that honestly Jeff Bezos can take advantage of all the e-commerce opportunity? No way. There's 6 billion shoppers. Again, by the time, you know, if you were to update this book, it'll probably be 7 billion shoppers. Right? Like, ever since that one came out. But honestly, great book though. And it's all about Alibaba's world, right? Alibaba's world. So this is the sister company of Alibaba is AliExpress. And so when you're drop shipping online, if you're just starting an e-commerce business, a great place to get your e-commerce products is on Alibaba, is on AliExpress. And it's pretty funny because they actually made some history with a $152 billion day. Like they sold $152 billion dollars worth of products in one day. Chinese New Year, I believe it is. So there's tons of opportunity, and honestly, for a lot of you guys, like the whole point of putting together the EECOM Incubator is to get, you know, a lot of you guys that are really about it, that are willing to put in the work, obviously, and follow along, from 0 to like 5K a month. All right, from 0 to 10K a month. Like that is the goal of the EECOM Incubator. We have some programs that are designed to take people from 10K to 100K. Some programs that are designed to take people from 5K to like 50K. So it's all dependent upon where you are. If you're just getting started, EECOM Incubator is a great start for you because it's fresh, it's updated, it's consistently being, new content is added on there, the latest cutting edge tools and resources. So for the fact that it's at a free trial and like $7 or $47 a month versus some of these programs that some people are promoting for like $1,000, $2,500, which are super outdated, it's like a no-brainer. But again, this is meant to take you from 0 to like 5K to 10K. So it's fairly designed and engineered and tailored to beginners, as opposed to you know, more experience. Like if you've been at this game for like a year or two and you're making 10K a month, like it's probably not for you. But if you're just getting started, great way to start. All right, great way to start. Not only are you going to meet, not only are you going to get to network with like-minded individuals inside the mastermind group, you also get your own coach. You also get access to tons of like book reviews that we're going to be doing as we keep growing here. But also your own coach. Okay, literally somebody that's going to walk you through the blueprint. That's somebody that's going to guide you, hold your hand, and again, make you feel comfortable, make you feel less anxious about kickstarting your e-commerce business. So nobody else is doing out this for you, or nobody else out there is doing this in general for their community. So we're really excited to make this happen. It did take us a while to put it together, and a good amount of resources and people to make this happen. So it's exciting and it's going real well. We got over like 150 members so far, of all the right people. That's the best part. All the right people, right? All people that are passionate about it, that are excited to be building and taking advantage of this opportunity. So if that fits you, if that description fits you, then hop on in, man. Hop on in. Free trial, $7 a month or $47 a month. Oh, and actually yesterday, I completely forgot about this. Maybe I'll go live later on today and touch on it. But we also added a new software. Okay, so for those of you guys that hop inside the EECOM Incubator, you're gonna see new software that we just released that you can get beta access to. And it's a product research tool that we have also been working on for months. Industry experts like in the e-commerce space told us it couldn't be done. They told us that it would be too expensive. They told us that if we did make it happen, it would be insanely powerful of a tool. So we struggled for like a couple months, but finally we found somebody, a good friend of ours, Justin, who was able to help us put this idea together in terms of a product research tool that eliminates like literally so much of the guesswork. So once you hop inside the EECOM Incubator, you guys will able to see the training that I recorded on it yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And you'll be able to, you guys behind AdChill? No. So AdChill, not even comparable to what we put together, honestly. A lot more data, a lot more information, and constantly being updated. So you guys will see that. And regardless if you're just getting started or, well, especially if you're getting started, you need a product research tool. Like straight up, you need it. That was the day that I learned about product research tools, is the day that I quit my job. Let's put it that way. Because it was like, okay, well, if I can see all the tools, all the products that are doing well, then there's no guesswork anymore, you know? If I can see all the products that are selling well and I don't have to figure out which products to sell, then it's a no-brainer, right? How many of you guys would agree if I said, hey, this product right here is selling tens of thousands of units a day, and this is the type of advertisement that's making those sales, would you or would you not feel comfortable, you know, trying to sell that same product, right? Trying to sell that same product and, you know, maybe sell 1,000 of those units, right? Steal the customers away from your competitors. And with the data and the information that this tool provides, it's definitely possible, because you get to see the ads. Okay, you get to see the ads that the competitors are running. You get to see the product that they're promoting, how much they're selling it for, the profit margins too, which is insane. We get to tell you the profit margins up front, so you can look at a product and be like, okay, this right here, I can make 20 bucks for each one that I sell, right? And this one I only make 5, so obviously I'll focus more on this one. So it just shows tools or products that are trending, products that are profitable, and also products that fit in one of these 3 categories. Because what ended up happening was, after Juan and I's like success stories started getting around, like on YouTube, and we started mentoring some people, the research tool that we had literally disappeared off the face of the earth. Like, it fucking disappeared. Like, we woke up one day, we got tons of messages, people saying, I can't log on, I can't sign up, we couldn't get in, and we had no idea what was going on. So for like a couple months, we had to resort to referring our students to like some tools that weren't really the most powerful, like didn't have as much potential as the one that we were using. So we felt like we had to do something about it. We felt like we had to do something about it. And so, you know, Juan and I like got together and we looked at all the products that did the best for us, right? So like all of our best sellers, which wasn't many. We did like a couple 6 figures just off a handful of products, right? Like literally 4 or 5 products brought in like 80 to 90% of our revenue. And this is just within like the past year, right? Like 2017. And so, which is when we were first getting started. And so after that tool went out, like just disappeared off the face of the earth, well, Juan and I, like, we had already mastered how to do product research. Like, we already figured out what makes a good product, what sells, how to, you know, do the research, how to cross-reference, find more data, right? Spy on the competitors. But at the same time though, like, once that tool went out, we felt like we had to do something for our community, for you guys to be able to, you know, get the similar results that we were getting with that tool. And so we sat down, we looked at all of our best sellers, and we realized they all fell under 3 categories, right? And you probably heard me talk about this before, but if not, it's called the Profitable Product Index. First category, a lot of the products that we're selling solve problems. The best producers, the best sellers solve problems, okay? Because as humans, we're always trying to solve problems in our life. And the way we do that is by buying, you know, products, services, to solve those problems, right? Whether it be trying to lose weight, look better, feel more confident, sexier, whatever it may be, right? Second set of categories is passion products, right? We obviously all have passions that we like to express by the things that we wear, the things, you know, just like to let the world know, hey, I'm passionate about Superman. I'm passionate about, kind of like Halloween is a great example for what people are passionate about. You know, you can see what they're really, really rocking. And so the third one is also a great one. Great source of products, great category of products to go after, which is going to be the perishable niche. And the perishable products are the ones that, again, are perishable, right? Like, they're used up and they need to be replenished. So like toilet paper, dog food, right? Food in general, I mean, toothpaste, shaving cream. That's why you got companies like Dollar Shave Club who become billion-dollar companies, because they're able to make that replenishing of those perishable products a lot easier. So that's the 3 categories, right? Problem-solving products, perishable products, and also products that are connected to a passion, that help people express their passion. So that's huge. But this software that we've created that you'll get access to, or you'll be able to hop into and test out the beta version once you hop into the EECOM Incubator, is the EECOM Profit Spyware tool, which is based on this index right here. So it finds products that are in these 3 categories. You're able to narrow it down by the specific passion too. So you can find problem-solving products or perishable products in specific passion groups, right? Like home and garden, pets, as well as health and beauty, health and fitness, like all these different types of passions. And it's just insane. And on top of that, again, you get the details on the profits, the expenses. And I completely forgot about this. This took us a while to point you to the best supplier available on Alibaba, on AliExpress, right? To know that you're saying, hey, this is the best plug to work with. Like, this is the best person to buy your this product from, because they've been around for a long time, they're reliable. Because a huge part of your e-commerce business is obviously your supplier. Like, if your supplier is not reliable, if they're not actually serious about their business and they're mailing your stuff like a week or 2 later, that's gonna get your customers upset, especially if you're in the dropshipping niche, right? That's one of the biggest little hurdles, right? Is like the shipping. And so one of the reasons why we never struggle with shipping, like most dropshippers do, is because we're able to find the best suppliers. And we incorporated that into this tool here as well. So that's gonna be dope. And yeah, and it's a great way to spend your Saturdays as well, is just to go through the tool. We had weekends, but we do just straight up product research for the whole weekend. We'll just sit there and research, competitors, other people in the industry, trending products, upcoming products, Kickstarter campaigns to keep an eye out for what's coming. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. It's about, let's see, almost 9:30, I believe, here in the West Coast. So it's still a little bit early, but gives me enough time to get more work done. And I'm happy I got to connect with you guys this morning. So thank you for hopping on here. Love you guys, and I will see you soon. Be sure to hop inside the EECOM Incubator, and I will see you inside.